Zombie apocalypse.
What is up, guys and gals? Space Unicorn here, bringing you some hot frag action. So today we are going to continue the Champion Series Part 2. This time we're going to cover 3 tips that'll help you win more often in the Champion Series. Of course, along with some gameplay for you guys. Hopefully I don't lose my train of thought. So let's start here. Look at our opponent's lineup. Oh, that's a pretty good lineup. Alright, anyways. Let's begin. Alright, so the first tip to help you win these lineups, win this particular Champion Series, points, trophies, Joker cards, all that fun jazz, is card familiarity. The more cards you play that you are comfortable with, the higher chance you have of winning. With that being said, I would strongly recommend that you learn all of your cards. Not some, all. If you know all the cards, you have a better chance than when you do without them. Second thing you're going to want to do, well, let's just stay on the first thing for now. Alright, buddy. And there we go. Ronin down. On to the next one. Oh, you're going to get me. You're going to get me. But yeah, so the thing with card familiarity, playing a card 1 or 2 times and claiming to be familiar with it is not having card familiarity. Card familiarity means you've played this card a bunch of times and you're comfortable with how it works, how it runs, and are knowledgeable about the most advantageous position for that particular card. This is not easy to do, but it will help you a lot. Like right now, what we're doing is we're playing this match here against this gentleman who has a Ronin. You notice that my card familiarity is saying I have 2 real counters for this Ronin. The first is Fragman. The second is Queen Boom. And then if I really have to, on the back burner, I can wall him out a little bit. But my card familiarity, I know that Fragman is the card that I want to run in regards to beating the Ronin. Now, I know Ronin is going to be his primary attacker. That's going to just kind of is what it is, you know? So with that being said, let's move on to the second part of knowing your card familiarity. Card familiarity will also enable you to figure out what cards counter which cards your opponent has the best possible. Like I said, prime example of this is Fragman is greater than his Ronin. Or even Dr. Crow, to be honest with you. Second thing is knowing that I have a card like Queen Boom on the backside. Very good card, who's also able to 1v1 a Ronin if you do it correctly. As you see right there, ironically. Next thing you want to know with your card familiarity is what cards are going to give you the most out of, what's going to get the most out of them. So what cards are going to be the highest damage per second that you can put out. Good shot by the Paku there. In order to counter him. Little protection bubble here for you, big Paku. Eat it! Knowing these things with your card familiarity will help you a ton in these matches. You will find yourself more comfortable in the match knowing what and where to go with what's on the field. And this is just something that, like I said, knowing cards, you just got to know them. If you know them, you are at an advantage. Now, with that being said, you can overdo it. You can think you're familiar with a card and not truly be familiar. And this can lead to its own set of problems, as it were. Anyways, that's tip number 1 for how to win the Champion Series consistently. Let's move in to our second match here and get on tip number 2 because you guys need to know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let me spin the wheel of worthlessness first. Woohoo! Never get anything I want out of the wheel of worthlessness. Alright. Second lineup that we have here is right in front of you. We have Lollipop. I really do like the Lollipop card. I'm leveling her up because I like to have all my cards at level 9 whenever I go into a match in Champion Series. That's something, kind of a side note, but kind of important at the same time. So, actually, we're going to cover that right now because that's a good thing to know whenever you go into these series. Once we find an opponent, of course, because you guys want to do it over gameplay. Alright, JSCCAQP. Okay. Alright, so if I look at my lineup here, I've looked at his lineup. I'm going to blot rush him. He cannot counter blot. That's simple. Now, with that being said, how do I build a deck? That's going to be your second tip. So your deck is going to be pretty easy and pretty basic for the most part, but you really want to focus on getting it right. If you get it right, you're going to find yourself in a better position than most people due to either their card management being poor or them not having the familiarity with their cards in order to be effective. One tower down, on to the next one. So what does this mean exactly, building a deck? So you need to understand that you have to have a tank card. You have to have at least one offensive tank, in my personal opinion, who can either take a lot of damage or be invincible and cause a huge distraction for you. In this particular lineup, that's Blot, and the last one, it was Ronin. And that's just kind of something you need. That gives you the ability to just kind of keep trucking through things, such as what we see now. Now, what else is important about card building? You want to have at least 2 attackers and a third in the form of a wild card, usually. This will help you a lot, and then you want to have 2 defenders. Pretty simple. A defender can be a camp or a defensive card. Anything that helps you on fallback and card switches that allows you to recover quickly should he break and have pressure on your towers. All my lineups, you're going to see 2 defenders and 3 attackers. Sometimes the third attack card will be a wild card. This particular build is a very strong one with Andro and Prisoner 99 in it, so I'm very confident on both ends. Now, if I look at his lineup's actually pretty darn good. He's got a Blot, he's got a Lucha, he's got a Boss. I have an Andro. Andro can counter everything that he has. Honestly, Andro can counter pretty much everything in the game, if played correctly. But there's not a lot of people that can play her to max potential, which is perfectly fine. I know you're there. Alright, there. Come on, Blot. Let's play. And get this Blot out of here. Get out of here, Blot. Nobody wants you. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, I missed. I missed my shot, guys. Alright, Prisoner 99 got the Lucha. We're good to go. So now we're going to work up into a position of power. So the third tip for winning these matches is not... Sorry, what was it? Did card familiarity, did the... Oh. It's matchups. So this is part of card familiarity, but it's more in depth. What I mean by that is you have to know what cards you have and what cards your opponent has, and you also have to be aware of where they are on the field, so you can put yourself in the best position possible to do the most damage possible. This is something that you learn over time. Man, I can't believe Bobber is keeping up with me going sideways like that. This is something you learn over time, but it is hugely advantageous to you to know what cards do what in what scenarios and how they're going to react to your opponent's cards. Leave me alone. I'm not doing anything. Go away. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam. But yeah, so those are my 3 tips, guys, to help you guys out. Anytime you're doing these tournaments, it will help you, and you'll find yourself winning more matches more consistently if you can follow these 3 very simple tips. Now, these tips may be simple, but they may not be easy to master, so it will take time for you to understand how to do it and when to do it. So with that being said, let me get these frags real quick. Grab this little health pack. Oh no, Inferno got me! That's okay, we'll play some QB. I love missing quarterback play. Alright, let's push up. Oop, too far. A little bit off on my placement there. But yeah, so the 3 tips, just to remind you guys what they are. Tip number 1, oop, one sec, is card familiarity. Come on, shoot faster. Tip number 2 was deck building. This is also of equally great importance for you guys to keep in the back of your head. And the final tip that we have, oof, I'm missing my shots, is matchups. This is just something, like I said, you'll learn these things over time, but you have to take the time to learn them in order to be effective. At the end of the day, if you can do these 3 things, you will find yourself winning more efficient, more often than not, in these particular lineups. That being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and down there. I will see you legends in the next one. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye-bye.